should have destroyed Carthage, every man, woman, and child, many years ago.
Hello everybody and welcome back once again to Let's Play Total War Room 2, the Julia campaign. In the last session, our good faction leader, Quintus Cornelius Bassus, heading up Legio Sanguine, captured Lupfurdum from the Suebi in a siege battle. Far more efficiently and effectively than Scipio did when he captured Casurgis. And therefore the Senate believe that our good friend, tongue-in-cheek of course, Scipio, who now is 63 years of age, Senate believe he's a little bit past his best, past his prime. That last siege battle there confirmed that he might not be quite as cunning and as authoritative as he once was, and lost the plot a little bit, lost control of his army even, some say. And therefore any future conquering missions will no longer be given to Scipio, although most of the time he does it off his own back anyway, and instead he will be tasked with making sure that the eastern borders are safe. Of course, once we have got the whole of the eastern border under our control, which is not quite yet the case, and that will be the focus of today's session. You see, the Suebis have one land left, by my reckoning, I hope, Ascaucalis, which is part of the province of Suebi. So we're going to have to conquer that. The Rati are coming through from the south, although I don't know what they're doing, but I imagine they may assist at some point. And then there are two lands further north that form part of the same province. They are Rugion, under the hands of the Rugi, and they are Alabu, here under the hands of the Cimbri. I don't know how to pronounce it. Pronounce it with a soft C. Cimbri. So that is the two lands that we don't have to take because we're not at war with these guys, but to secure the entire eastern edge of this map here and give some kind of border, we're going to have to take them. Not to mention we get the buffs from controlling a whole province. So that's going to be the immediate focus, and once that is complete we will then ascertain where we're going to expand next. Most people are crying out for Africa, but we'll have to see. So now I'm going to have to bear with me because I've just touched my glasses with my finger and smeared the lens. So I'll have to give it a quick wipe with a cloth. Could cut this out, but I won't bother. I'll let you listen to the trials and tribulations that I have to go through as I bring to you footage. Right, okay, so here we are. The building work, I believe, is complete. I've just cast my eyes over it before starting the session, so I'm happy with that. Although, what we need to do in Lupfurdum is we need to demolish some of these, most of these, convert this into a Roman military barracks, convert that of course, and we also need to put a temple in here because we're going to suffer from cultural differences quite significantly. And considering that Bassus is going to head out, we could do with this not rebelling. Also down here in Casurgis, it is under our control, but we are very close to rebellion here, so we can't move Scipio just yet either. If you look to the province details, we're losing about 13 per turn. Most of that is cultural difference. Do we have a temple here? Yes, we do. So it's just a matter of time and a matter of waiting. And yes, if we have to put down a rebellion or two, that is the nature of the beast. So we can't quite just go marching off quickly here. We're going to have to just take a time to stabilise the situation and see how it goes. We've brought an army down here. I think this is Sonatius Flavius' army, formerly our general, but in the last session he decided it was time to head across to the Junior family. Spit on you, boys, spit on you. And we have some Suebi down here, just causing a little bit of trouble. We've got to keep an eye on this as well, but most of our session today is going to be spent up here, just trying to finish off the Suebi and consolidate and get things in order. So it's going to be slightly slower pace, maybe a battle or two, but most of it's going to be consolidation. So Have to like it all lumping, I'm afraid. Poisoning Prowler! We require a situation report up here on what is going on in Ascot Callis, because we're going to be attacking that soon, so if you just head on north, get your eyeball on the situation, I'd be extremely grateful. That's as far as she can go. We have the other spy, the Modia Metella. I'm going to think of a name for her. The Mediocre. Mediocrity is her middle name. She's very, very useless. Very low stats, and she's no poisoning prowler by any stretch of the imagination. Where should we put her? We can't. We have Suebi agents littering the field here that we can't do anything about because she's so useless. Where would she be best placed? I think we're going to take her up towards here, just to get an eyeball on the potential next target once the Suebi have been relinquished of their lives. So we're going to take her up there. That's good. She can't actually go further. There we go. Ooh, very nice land you have here. Quite a full stack army, some full stack ships as well, and a regional garrison to boot of 12. Quite a tough position to capture, I feel. But it'll be fun. So she's going to sit there and just observe, counter spy and all that sort of jazz. Okay, she's definitely out of moves, and that's the agent sorted. Come back here. We have 19 out of 20 for our legion up here, which is fine. And we have a leveling up situation from the last battle. So we can get a skill with Bassus. So let's have a look at his stats. He's a zealous man. A man who likes to get involved and hands-on. So what should we get for him? Sanitization? No. Warrior? That's pretty nice. We could go for a completely new one, of course. Don't like any of them. 2 zeal. When admiral? No. Defense? No. Well, we're attacking. Virtue? Virtuous man. Can be relied upon to do his duty. That sounds like him to me. And we get public order from characters, which is good when we're trying to pacify these people. We don't loot too much, so I'm beginning to think that's a nice one as well. Offense. We are doing a lot of attacking, but I think we're going to go for virtue for now. Are we going to go for virtue? Offensive battles, 10% morale. We're already pretty high with morale, because this is the Legio Sanguine we're talking about here, the Premier Legion of Rome. So we'll go for that. We'll go for virtue, and also our veteran is leveling up here. Extra military training for our units to keep them whipped into shape is nice. As we can see, their stats are... It's the wrong person. What am I doing here? Am I getting confused here? It's been a while since I played this game, actually. No, here we are. Here we are. Silver chevrons and gold chevrons, a couple of bronze chevrons, but yeah, very, very high experience, and we're happy with that. So what's the order of the day then? What's the order of the day?
At your command.
He can't move, he's just attacked. We could do with getting rid of these guys so they can't reinforce this, but we can't reach them in time, so they're going to be able to just march on where they so see fit. It's a crying shame, but never mind. And that's okay. So that's what we're pretty much done here. No need to dawdle anymore. Diplomacy. Off camera I did try to take a look at seeing if the old Suebi Doobies with their last settlement, and given the fact that we've smashed them into the dust so far, seeing if they would accept.
You have the ear of my people. Do not waste words. We are worthy of better.
Becoming our client state, but these barbarians don't know what's good for them, do they? So they're not going to accept. I don't think they ever would accept. So we'll just have to kill them instead. Right, okie dokie. Let's just double check some things, make sure there's nothing missing. Everybody's leveled up. Provinces are provinces, and factions are factions. save the game, start the session fresh, and off we go. Let's see what fun and games we can get involved with today. End the turn. So we'll just keep an eye on our borders as well, make sure that we're not getting attacked by enemies unknown. Oh, they're going south. Why are they going south? What are they doing? Oh boy. Oh, they're merging. They are in our lands and not moving. This is interesting. So yeah, the Suebi down to their last settlement. By the looks of it, they have a few spare units just milling about, causing problems, I feel. So the quicker we get them ground into the dust, the better. Now, of course, capturing their last settlement won't automatically eliminate them. So any units that they do have in the field will still allow them to survive. So we've got to get rid of those as well. Sabotage! An enemy arson attack has severely damaged a building in my settlement. And we're now no longer trading with the Dumnoni. Okay, and there's a slave revolt imminent. And there's an increase. And there's and the rest of it. Come on, you're giving me too much information here. Good grief. Let me catch my breath. Right. Okay. So, let's take stock. Take stock of what the hell is going on here. Let's not panic. We have an army here, so I'm not too bothered if these Suebi doobies do come south, because they will be smashed into the dust. We do have a slightly exposed settlement here, but well, that's the way sometimes life has to be. This the Reti have moved their armies from here, and they've gone north somewhere. I saw it there. They're gone there, but where else are they? But there, it's there. They've got, well, that's quite a long march. They are on forced march. So let's get stock here. Ah! It looks like the Suebi have retaken a Burzis back off the Reti, but I don't expect that to last because you can see their army is coming down. The Freezy. Who are these guys? The bloody Freezy. There's a new one for me. I've never seen these people before. What land do you have, Freezy? Ah, there. You're at war with the Reti. I see, I see. That's not good for my client states, is it? They're also at war with a hell of a lot of some other people as well. Hopefully they'll cause them some issue. But the Reti could be in trouble here at Tulliferdum. And that isn't a million miles away from my lands here. The plot thickens, right? Well, I'm just going to have to leave the Reti to their own devices. We do have our own wars going on, of course. So, that's fine. So, that's that situation. Nothing too bad to worry about there, I don't think. Right. Okay. So, moving up then. Casurgis. Apparently there's going to be a revolt here very shortly, and I would agree. It's not looking too rosy at the moment. Some building work that we can do. Of course, we can upgrade the farms. We can upgrade the Roman village as well. It's going to be quite pricey. For now, we'll leave that and we'll focus on Lupferdum, which is slightly more of an issue if you ask me. The issue being... the fact that we need to start doing converting some of this. So what we're going to do is that we're going to destroy this anyway. Makes no difference to me. We're going to dismantle that, and we're going to dismantle that. Should have done that last turn but forgot. And we're going to convert that into a Roman city. That's quite an urgent thing. We're going to convert one of these into a temple and the other one into a farm of our choosing. Here we're going to convert that into a Roman manipular barracks, but that's not quite a necessity yet. But we do have a tiny bit of spare cash. We'll leave it for now. Okay, here down in Casurgis, we'll convert that, shall we? Or should we upgrade the farm? 1,000, 1,000, we're getting farms there. Go on then. 2,000, right, okay, so that should keep those two ticking over nicely. In fact, Casurgis is getting a manipular barrack, so we don't need one here as well, do we, really? Maybe Auxilia instead. That's slightly cheaper. Okay, so we'll have Roman legions coming out, Roman units coming out of here, and auxiliary units coming out of here. Auxiliary units being German units, I think, given the location. So that would be a bit of nice variety. Okay, so not quite a rebellion yet, but next turn they're expecting one, so that's what we'll have to prepare for. But in the meantime, I sense a battle about to commence, because the Suebi are straying a little bit too close to our lands. They are in forced march and therefore going to suffer penalties if we attack them. So it seems to me that the timing is just about right. These guys are also in forced march as well. So does that mean that I'm going to get to attack them and they will be ambushed, or is it just that they suffer penalties? I'm not quite sure, but we'll soon find out. You head here. I want to see what's going on there. That is completely undefended. That's a good sign. So as soon as we smash the stray armies in and around this area, we can march on Ascalcalis and pretty much take them down without problem. As soon as we move him out of here, this place is going to suffer quite heavily with penalties, but it's a small price to pay. And can he reach? Can he reach? Please tell me he can reach.
To battle!
You can only move that many paces. What the hell's wrong with you? That's a bit of a disappointment. Literally can only move from there to there. It's got to be a glitch, surely.
Ready for
Am I missing a trick here? Damn blastation. Okay, that's a slightly disappointing. I was hoping to crush them into the earth, but never mind. Right, okay. News. First of all, we have something that requires our attention here. What is this? As a member of your family has been found guilty of poisoning his ward to inherit the plot. Oh, you've had one of these before. What would you have him do? We could crucify him. Serious punishment. We can throw him off a rock. We can pardon him, or we can do completely nothing. No. He's look at this. He is a dishonour to our family. Last time I tried to crucify him, it went a little bit wrong. This time I will not slip up. Crucify the man. Right, news. Population surplus. Everything's hunky-dory there. Armenia have been destroyed. The Dumnoni have been destroyed. We have construction report. And some factions are joining a war. Troubled populace in Suebi. Troubled populace. Wow, well, that's a revelation, isn't it? Troubled populace indeed.
Commander.
Can we go back inside now, or are we out of moves completely? I think we're out of moves completely. Hidden agent exposed. Trade agreement dissolved because they're no longer present on the map. Hidden agent exposed there too. Slave revolt increase in rank and subject gains notoriety. Right, okay, that's lovely. Who's agreed? Modi Matella's increased in rank. We need to focus on getting her specialised in something. What can we specialise her in? Critical success. Yes, we'll have her specialise in authority. See what she can do. So you can stay there for now, actually. Right, up here everything's fine. So what about him? Scipio can move for miles, but still can't move to here. I wonder if there's this spy that's blocked us off. That would be rather unfortunate if that spy's the blockade of this whole area. Anyway, Scipio can't move because he's going to have to deal with the rebellion very shortly, so he's going to have to stay there. Okay, so that's that. Money, 1,400. Is it worth saving money for an emergency? I don't really think so, so we need to spend that somehow. Spend it in a minute, just double checking down here that everything is fine, that there's no hidden surprises. Okay, right. So it's going to be spent. Right, can't do that. Can't do any of that. Verdum. Can't do any of that. Can't do any of that. We can't do anything with it actually, so it's going to have to stay there. That's fine. One more turn until we get engineering, which means that when we head back to Rome here, we can convert the slums that are still here into some kind of a siege workshop, so we can finally get some siege weaponry. Long overdue. Right. Well, that's it. Nothing else we can do.